Dear students, in the last few lectures, we discussed the various chapters of physics portion of your textbook. Now we will start the chemistry portion, and the first chapter here is chemical reactions and equations. So here in this lecture, we are going to discuss what is chemical reaction and how are equations formed and balanced. So starting with chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are associated with a chemical change. Whenever a chemical change occurs, chemical reaction is said to take place. These chemical reactions are usually irreversible and a new product is formed. So, when reactants combine together, they produce a new substance that is known as product, though the reaction is known as chemical reaction. There are various signs through which we can see that a chemical reaction has taken place or not. There are major four signs that are when there is change in color during the process, we will say that chemical reaction has taken place, or when there is evolution of gas, or change in temperature, or change in the state of the substances used, then reaction takes place. Word equations. A word equation describes chemical change using the names of reactants and products. So here we can see that if we write a word equation, that is methane plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide and water. So methane and oxygen are reactants, whereas carbon dioxide and water are products. So CH4 plus twice O2 gives CO2 plus twice H2O. This is a word equation. Be equal during the reaction. During a chemical equation, we also show the phases of the various reactants as well as products. So there are various phases that are solid phase, that is, the substance is relatively rigid and has a definite volume and shape. For example, sodium chloride. Liquid phase, the substance has a definite volume but is able to change the shape by flowing, that is like liquid water. And the gaseous phase, that is, the substance has no definite volume or shape and it shows little response to gravity, that is chlorine gas. In order to make the stoichiometry correct, we balance the chemical equations. So according to the law of conservation of mass, total mass must be equal on both sides of the reaction, that is, the mass of the reactants must be equal to the mass of the products. This type of equation, in which mass of the products and reactants are equal, is known as balanced chemical reaction, and the equation is known as balanced chemical equation. So for example, here we have twice Mg plus O2 gives twice MgO. That is, here both sides have two atoms of magnesium and two atoms of oxygen. So this reaction is a balanced chemical reaction.